Guys, so I got my samples here. This is I sample the areas where I go, man. I like to hit with 5 buckets, and then I'll take each section. So what I'm saying is, we'll just take for an example, we have this beautiful place. So say I was gonna hit this area, so I'd say I want to hit right here. So I'm gonna take right here, I'm gonna remove this rock right here, flip it over, I'm gonna get my shovel in there, and I'm gonna start going down on the front and the back of that rock where it's sat, and in the middle too, and I'm gonna fill up 1 bucket. Now there's 1 bucket, and then I'm gonna go to say, well, we're gonna do this rock here. We get in there, I'm gonna get the dirt on front of the rock and behind the rock, put in my bucket. While doing that, you're also having the rocks eventually getting dug out. We get that rock dug out, then I'm gonna get again in the front and the back, and right there in the middle underneath that rock, and dig it out, fill up my bucket. There's your second bucket. So that's how we do our buckets, man. And then we're gonna take our buckets and we're gonna go sample them somewhere. So that's what we're gonna do right now. So let's get to that. Okay, so you're gonna wanna have yourself either one of these guys, a snuff bucket, a little snuff sucker upper, or these guys even work, man, to collect your gold. You're gonna need those, your pan, then you're gonna need your pay dirt, and that is what all you're gonna need, plus obviously the water. Then we're gonna do this. I like to just take my bucket and I don't mix it, I don't do none of that. I like to bounce it out, man. And if you're a beginner on gold panning, I would say start smaller. Don't fill it up too much, you know. That's probably plenty for someone who's just getting started. So we're gonna set our collectors. You need those to collect your gold if you get any. We're gonna set those off to the side, and then we're gonna come down to the water, man. So there we go. That's about how full I'm gonna go. I could go a lot fuller, but I could also go a lot less. I'd say if you're just starting, I'd go less. So let's get this pan in the water. All right, so now we got our pan down here in the water, and I'm gonna put that in there. We're just gonna classify this stuff, get it off. Just shake it up, man. You know, if you got really clay, there's a lot of clay in your stuff. This stuff doesn't have much, but if there's a lot of clay in there, I'll get in there. I'll just, you know, break it up, get it all just, you know, separated. But try not to make sure you're spilling anything out except for the water that's splashing back out. And just keep it. I'll do it under water even sometimes. And then once you get it, then we're gonna start slowly. Alright, give it a few of those, and that's what I like to do about that many times, and then keeping it wet and picking your rocks out. So that's the next part. Alright, so make sure you keep plenty of water in there, and make sure you rinse all of these rocks. You want to make sure there's no gold on these rocks. And then it takes me a while to do this because I like all the big rocks. I like to check them out, man. So because we know that there's gold in this area. I mean, we've had buckets that every single pan had gold. Look at the quartz. And just get all these big rocks out. You know, just get them out of there. Yeah, get those out. Make sure you get all the stuff off of them. Try to do it kind of fast because you guys aren't trying to see all this. But so basically, that's what I'm doing every now and then. When you get the ones when you tell you, just give it a spin so you can see the rest that are in there. And then, all right, let me get these rocks out and then we'll come back. Now that I got all the rocks out, I just wanted to point something out real quick. All right, you see this right here? This is in my pan. All right, this is compacted clay, and it looks like there actually could be something in there. I don't know. Might be rust, might be gold, but I just wanted, you know, it kind of looks like it could be gold, but I don't know. This stuff, you find them in all different sizes and stuff. This stuff might seem hard like a rock. It's not. Look at how it breaks up. See that? That's clay. Watch it, the color of the water. See how you can see the clay color? I don't know if the camera's catching that. That's because that is clay, and gold likes to hide in there, and it hides good. So if you have a lot of that stuff in your pans, I take one of your bigger rocks, and just go through and just smash up everything. Make sure it's all, because the gold will hide in those rocks, and then it won't come out, and you'll end up just, you know, panning it right out, not even knowing anything. You want that clay stuff to be broken up, but I just like to make sure it's all mashed up nice. All right, then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take our pan. We got not that many rocks. we're just gonna swirl it around here. All right, swirl it, swirl it. We're gonna release some. We're gonna release some. Swirl it, swirl it, swirl it, swirl it, swirl it. We're gonna release. We're gonna release. Nice and easy, you know. All right, swirl it. Yeah. Just make sure the gold stays in the bottom. We're gonna release. All right, there we go. All right, you see how that black sand is starting to get in there? Let's see. I'm trying to do this and hold the camera. Let's see. Watch the. What's it called? See how it's looking like black sand in there? Starting to get the black sand. For me, what I like to do is I'll come in when I get down to like that. I'll put a good amount of water in there, and you see the bigger ones you still got bigger ones you're gonna find. I'll pull them out. You know, I like to check. it takes me forever to do pans because I look at every single little rock, every little one, and you know, a lot of people just kind of scoop them out, but you know, I'll go through and just check them out, you know, make sure they're not, because you know, the gold's coming out of some rock. You know, it's coming out of something, normally like quartz in my area especially, like, you know, but, oh, look at that. But, so it's coming out of some kind of quartz or rock, so, I mean, man, if I can find little traces of the gold in any of the rocks in my pan, then I know the host, you know? So if I know the host, how much easier is that gonna make it when I'm chasing it up the hill? All right, so I got all the bigger ones out. So we're gonna go get this guy. Let's get it down where we're just seeing the black sand there. Make sure it's swirled up. All right, watch. Nice and easy when you get low like this, okay? All right, there we go. Look at that, you see how it's kind of black sand there? One more time, one more time, there we go. All right, I get it to about right there, all right? And then we'll be right back. Guys, now that we got down to as low as I want to get it, so I'm gonna kind of give it some love taps here, make sure it's all spin it right there on that edge there, okay? And then I'm gonna release some of the water, okay? This is just my way of doing it. Everyone's got a different way of doing it. Okay, I'm gonna release where there's not much water in there. And then I'm just gonna start slowly swirling that lighter stuff right off the top. Just like that. Now this is my first pan of it, so I don't know if we're gonna find anything in it, you know, or not. We're gonna see. So you guys, not like I didn't set this up or nothing. There might be nothing. There might be some flake. There might be nothing. All right, so here we go. We're just swirling. Look at how it's all the black sand you see on the top there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Look at that. It looks like they're actually, I don't know. That might be something. It might not. Here we go. We're gonna keep swirling it. Let's get down here. You can see maybe a little better. All right. See, what I'm doing here is I'm just getting all the heavier stuff in the back. So just keep swirling it. You're gonna see the black sand start to gather in the back. And then once I think that I got the gold all towards the back, at least for the most part, I'm gonna take my pan to the other side. I'm gonna grab it. This is how I do it. And now the lighter stuff's down there already. You got the black sand in the back, and now I'm just gonna bring it down. And bring it down. You see the water come down and bring it down. Bring the lighter stuff and bring it down. You want to keep an eye out. And I might have to still release some of this stuff from the pan, but because gold will get stuck and hide in there, it's very hard to tell. This is an area where this came from, where there's guaranteed gold. I've found lots of gold from this area. It's all right. So I'm gonna have to release some more from my pan. So I'm gonna go back to the water here and release some. And then once I release it, I'll show y'all again. Guys, so one thing, I just went through this real quick, this pan we just did, y'all see me do, and I'm seeing tiny pieces in there, but they're so small, it's hard to tell if maybe they're not gold because they're not going where I want, they're not sticking in the back. So I'm gonna say this is there's nothing in this one, but I just wanted to bring up a couple things. Man, having some the dishwasher cleaner, it helps break that surface tension, and honestly it sounds crazy because gold is like 19 times heavier than water, but there's the little gold, plaster gold will float every now and then. Yeah, trust me, and it happens more than you want to think, because I've watched my gold sitting there and it'll be sitting right there in the back, and then I actually hit it with a little too much water, and then it picks it up, and next you know it's floating around the whole pan. And that sounds crazy, but that's true. But that dishwashing the dishwasher cleaner stuff, that stuff will make it to where that doesn't happen. Sorry, I'm moving the camera, these flies are getting me. And but all right, so one thing I was gonna do real quick is just show you all, you know, like, but you know, it'll make it where that surface tension don't happen, and you're less likely to lose anything. What I like to do too is, look, I'm not seeing it in here, so I'm gonna say this is a no-go, but since I think I see little pieces, I'm gonna leave that little bit of stuff in there, and I'm gonna do my next pan. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and do up this bucket, and then once I find some gold in here, I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I found. And from this bucket, from my area, this is my last bucket of samples, so I have 3 buckets. I wanted to get this done before I took off McClellan Hill real quick, so I can fill buckets, man. I want to be able to give samples, and if I have buckets full, I can't. So I will come back with another shot to show y'all exactly what I found in this bucket, in the pan, how I found it. I'll show y'all the process again real quick from that point. But thank you guys, like and subscribe, we appreciate it. As promised, guys, I told you I was gonna start going through this bucket, and all right, I mean, because I'm not doing some fake videos where I'm out here throwing gold in my pan stuff. I bring my sample buckets. I noticed the gold area, but check this out. This is small. I'm hoping the camera will see it, but this is, you can tell gold is gold because gold is just, it's so unique. But let's see if I can get it on this camera. There's one piece, it's right, my shadow's blocking it right here. Where's my finger? There, you see it? See right there? Alright, let's get it in there. Let's get it in there. Ah, shit. Right there, you see that? Right there. It's so hard to... You see how it shines different? Look at that, you see that? Look at that, you can see that shine? Yeah, that's gold, 100%. I can guarantee it with not a doubt in my mind. I've gotten used to finding it. And it is small, so look at this, is looking at it with it not zoomed in, so that's what the pan looks like. So it's like kind of like, whoa, where, you know, but I could see it right now. If it wasn't on camera, you could see it's clearly as day. Hold on, let me see if I can find it with this camera. That's not it, that bigger piece there. No, it's gonna come right down from that, so we're gonna go, it's gonna be right in here. Watch, we're gonna get closer. There, see, it's right there. And it's hard to see on this camera, man, I'm telling you. That's not it, I'm sorry, yeah, that's not it, it's just down from that. That's too zoomed in, I guess, huh? Oh, man, so look, let me show y'all what happens here. We're gonna take the wire, see, look, and then I'll get it up. And watch, there it goes, it's right there at the top. Now it went to the top, you see it right there? There, that's better now, you can actually kind of see it now. See that guy? Yeah, that's the gold. So that's why I'm not putting pieces into my buckets and stuff, so that's why I didn't hit nothing on the first one. That's the little, it's tiny, but I'm gonna keep doing this bucket and I'll show y'all exactly all I get. Take my collector, I'm gonna collect that guy up, and then I'm gonna finish up this bucket. Alright, this one's a little bit bigger. This is my last pan out of that bucket right here. But it's not big at all, but there we go. You see it right there? It's that guy, right? Way up, yeah, right there, you see it? Yeah, let's see. See how that shine goes again when I get out of focus and shit, but it starts like shimmering, shining? Let's take this bag that's on zoomed in. I'm gonna just bring my phone way in. It seems like without the zoom. Alright, that's it right there. Alright. See? Yeah, that's gold. Wait, am I looking at the right one now? Yeah. Wait, no, that's the one I was in. Yeah, that's it. I think I was just showing y'all the wrong piece. And look, when you get real close up on it, you can actually see the characteristics of it. Watch. Let me get steady here, sorry guys. Alright, here we go. Let me try to get it on it, and then let's get it to kind of clear out. There. You see it? There it is. That's what I like to see. Yeah, right there. Right there, you see that? Alright, I'm gonna zoom out. Zoom out. I'm gonna get closer. Alright. Yeah, I know, I'm just trying to, you know, get... I wanna see this shit, like... Focus, bitch. Sorry, I'm talking to my camera. Alright, guys. Sorry, I'll stop with that. Alright, let me zoom out. Alright. Oh, what's going on? I think I don't know. Alright. But, so that, yeah, you can see it clearly in there, right there on the pan. It's not big at all, but we'll see. That's just, I still got all this stuff to check, but I wanted to show y'all. So I've gotten 3 little pieces so far, guys. So I just tried to do my best example of how I like to pan my gold. Sorry, I'm spitting at the camera, but man, let's just get a last shot of this area real quick. And I want to thank you guys, man. Can you guys do me a favor, man? Like and subscribe. I'm not the best creator yet at making my videos, but I'm learning, man. It takes, you know, progress. I'm trying to get my stands together. I know the camera's a little shaky sometimes, but I'm trying, you know. And if you guys got any ideas or something that I could do to maybe make it a little better, where I'm messing up at, man, I would love to hear that stuff, man. Yeah, I'll respond for sure, because like I said, I'm not the hugest creator yet, but please like, please subscribe, man. Thank you guys, man. And hopefully you guys are out there finding some gold, man. I'm heading out to McCollin Hill, so don't think I'm not done with the videos for the day. I'm gonna get big gold this evening, man. Big gold. All right, guys, you guys are a good one. Let me show you. I'm gonna show you this area real quick one more time.